there everyone, this is Time Bunny, and today is a bit of a, I suppose, I don't want to say like a rant or anything like that, but it's like, as the title suggests, it's me just thinking a bit, what the fuck, you know, what the hell was going on with 2016 this year? It's just like, yes, what the fuck 2016, what were you doing, you twat, you know. So yeah, this is basically what it's all about. So yeah, I think it's just been one of those years. It's going to be probably that year that in sort of like we do the whole, say in 50 years time, we do the whole, we don't talk about 2016. No, it didn't happen. It can go away and go and die in a hole somewhere. But yeah, well, I think people don't need reminding about all the shit that's been going on, but we've had like a certain person becoming president of the United States. I'm not going to mention his name because as far as I'm concerned it's a dirty word. But you know, he's become president, and then we've had like, obviously here in the UK we've had the whole Brexit thing, and it just seems like both events have caused just so much just trouble, violence, people being openly racist now because they seem to think like, oh, it's okay, we can be all nasty to people and be like, oh yeah, the fucking Muslims and Pakis can fuck off home and all that kind of attitude. It's like, really? If we're going to start taking the attitude of like, oh, all the dirty foreigners should, you know, go home to where they came from, it's like, I'm technically part French and part German, if you go far enough back into my ancestry. So it's like, does that mean I should piss off that to mainland Europe then? Even though, you know, even though I'm probably technically, according to you, sort of like British, it's like, no one's completely 100% British. If you look far enough back in your family tree, you'll actually find that you're probably like a dirty foreigner. So, you know, just shut up, dim. Like, really? You know, even my girlfriend, Lady Boobs, it's like, she's technically, I think, going back in her family tree, she's technically Welsh and German. You know, she's not pure English or anything like that, you know, just like, dude, shut up. If anyone should be fucking off, it's you racists. You know, I hate saying this, but you're the type of people who need to go kill yourselves. Just go away. I don't say things like that lightly. But anyway, yes. As well as that, we've obviously had, you know, we've had shootings, we've had just terrorist acts and just hate and shit going on. It's just like, oh, why? And, you know, we've had like sort of probably like 40 plus celebrities dying. You know, we've had like, you know, David Bowie's gone, you know, Alan Rickman's gone, which just feels fucking weird saying that, you know. No, Snape's not dead, shut up. And then there's obviously been like Gene Wilder and Prince, you know, very recently, you know, Andrew Sachs, who played Manuel in Fawlty Towers, is gone. You know, it's just, honestly, there was just like, when I was looking on the internet, you know, for sort of like some notes that I could make for this video, it's just like, it was well over 40 people that had like passed away this year, and it was just like, what's going on? It's crazy. And then also there's like been things like, you know, it's come out, there's been like the whole, you know, mass cheating from the Russian Olympic squad, you know, and apparently it's been going on for years and the government covered it up, but just like, how the fuck did they get away with it for so long, you know? I mean, I know they were sort of like, they had their own people on the inside, you know, deliberately covering things up, and that's how they got away with it, but it was just like, it just boggles my mind how they managed to sort of get away with mass cheating for so long, and, you know, nobody said anything. It was just like, what? Just what? What the fuck? Just, no. As I said, fuck off 2016, we don't like you anymore. Just go away. But to be fair, I don't want this video to be completely negative, so I did make a point of making some good points about this year. So, there's also obviously been a lot of sort of like, there's been like sport and medical successes. Like, for example, for the sports stuff, you know, the UK, we didn't do too badly in the Olympics this year in Rio. Especially the Paralympians, didn't they sort of... I think they won the best part of about 150 medals in the end, or near enough. It was just like, what? That's just crazy. This makes the able-bodied athletes look rubbish, because it's like, look, you know, these people are disabled and they've just made you look crap. Sort it out. But that was pretty awesome that he managed to sort of win that many medals, you know, that was kind of cool. And also, I think as I was glancing through things, I think, was it Leicester City or someone? I know it was one of the small teams. I think they managed to win one of the cups or titles or something, and I think they beat quite a few big teams along the way to win it. I can't quite remember now because it was only something like an article I glanced through very quickly, and I think that sort of jumped up. But do correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any football fans watching this, because obviously I don't really follow football. It was just something I looked at quickly. But I just remember sort of like glancing through it, and it said it was quite a big deal that I think it was like Leicester City had won this particular cup and they'd beaten someone quite big like Liverpool or Arsenal or someone to sort of like win or something. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm rubbish at football, I don't follow it. I am a bit of a stereotypical woman in that respect. I don't follow or really understand football, so. But also with the medical successes, just to highlight a couple. Hang on, just gonna check my notes. It was like, I think there was some sort of protein or something that's been discovered in the HIV virus, and I think the boffins reckon that because they found this now, it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier for them to sort of like treat the illness and develop new drugs and stuff like that. Now they've isolated this particular thing. They're just like, ha! Now we know how to tackle it, you know. Sort of. And also with Alzheimer's, I think the boffins have done a similar thing. I think they managed to figure something out to do with the sort of like illness. That means that they're going to be able to now develop this particular drug to help treat Alzheimer's and slow the development right down. So that's good, we like that. That's all good. And also, apparently according to the Worldwide Fund for Nature, tiger populations are going up. That's what we like. Hearing sort of like the endangered animals numbers are going up, because we don't want them to go down, we want them to go up, or at least sort of stay the same, you know. We like that. And in India there was one, I think it was in India, I think the population planted about 50 million trees in one day, and they completely thrashed Pakistan's record, which they made in I think 2013, or I think they planted a couple million or something, or a million or something like that. But it was originally Pakistan that held like the record for most trees planted in a day, and India I think totally thrashed that by planting 50 million. But that's good, because obviously environment stuff, you know, we're losing too many trees and sort of like green space and like sort of stuff like that as it is. So, you know, these little things help, you know, especially as the Amazon rainforest is just disappearing quicker than anything, you know. So little things like that may not seem a lot, you know, but it does help. So, but also a little fun thing that I wanted to add was also Pokemon Go. Now I know some of you are going to groan and be like, oh, you know, Pokemon Go, you know. But, you know, I thought it was such a nice idea, you know, for a couple of months during the summer it brought so many people together. Didn't matter, you know, sort of like your colour, your sort of like gender, sort of body shape, religion, whatever. It just got everybody sort of kind of like playing the game together and helping each other out. You know, the amount of times that like I saw sort of like probably like kids and young adults and even like the sort of grown-ups like me, you know, proper getting into it and helping each other out. Like me personally, like me and my girlfriend, I think we were out Pokemon hunting and we saw like this little girl I think I'm out with, I'm guessing it might have been her dad. I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing it probably might have been like her dad or some sort of male relative. And we sort of like, we saw like the two of them on their phones, and we were sort of walking through the park and we were like catching our Pokemon. and we sort of like saw this little girl. We were like, "Oh, you playing Pokemon Go? We caught like a such and such Pokemon here. You know, if you sort of like go and check it out, there might be more lurking about." And she was like, "Oh, cool, thanks," you know, and went off. But it was just really nice because it just brought lots of people together, and you know, sort of got people perhaps talking together and hanging out and making friends with perhaps people they wouldn't have normally sort of like bothered with if it hadn't been for Pokemon Go. So yeah, you know, people can sort of like sit there and slag it off and say, "Oh, it was dumb, it was stupid," and all the sort of like hipsters were just getting on Pokemon because it was cool. And I'm like, "Oh, shut up! People were having fun, enjoying themselves, and making new friends with people out of it. So just don't be such a miserable git, you know." But yeah, so that was a few sort of little points I wanted to point out that I thought were nice things that happened, because I want there to be more happy stuff. You know, I mean, I know 2016's been a bit shit, but I thought I wanted to end this video on like some positive notes of things that has gone on this year. So yes, we want it all to be nice. And for me personally, it's well, my sort of like my channel's slowly getting there. I was at one point at about 91 subscribers, but like at time of recording, I think I dropped to like 88 or 89 or something like that. I think it was 88, which kind of sucks because it's like going the wrong way. But no, don't start dropping. You want to go that way. But it's a case of I find my channel keeps doing that. I gain quite a few subscribers, and then suddenly some would drop off, and then I gain a few more, and it drops back off again. It just all like seems to fluctuate. I'll gain quite a few, and then suddenly I'll have like 4 or 5 drop off, and it's just kind of weird. But I think a lot of them tend to be people who are like, "Oh, let's do a sub for sub," you know, and then they end up being like a dead, inactive subscriber. And I think, no, I want people who are actually going to kind of like interact with my channel. I mean, okay, I mean, I admit I'm a bit guilty of not doing it so much with other people, but you know, I do try as best I can to interact with people as much as possible. You know, I'm not always able to because you know, obviously I work and other stuff, but you know, I do try to every now and again at least watch 1 or 2 videos, you know, for each person. Even if I only do it, say like once a month or once every couple of months, go and watch a couple of their videos and like and comment. You know, I will at least try to do that for everyone at some point. But you know, as you guys can probably appreciate, what with sort of working 30 hours a week, and obviously in my spare time I'll be recording my own videos and doing like boring stuff like shopping and housework and things like that. So it's like I don't always get time to interact as much as I'd like, but I do try. You know. But yeah, as I said, my channel's kind of slowly getting to the 100 subscriber mark. Very, very slowly. It's getting there. You know, I think I was like stuck at about 30 subscribers for God knows how long, and it's like, so it's creeping in the right way, very slowly. So it might be a case of maybe having to have a rethink of like the channel, maybe do a bit of rebranding or whatever, I don't know. And on another note, well, thanks to YouTube and also doing modelling, I have made friends out of it. So it's also another positive. So yeah, I'll sort of like plan to keep the modelling going still, along with YouTube. It's like, again, I think with the modelling it's going to be a case of trying to fit it around everything else, and also finding the right people to work with. Because again, I'm thinking I might just sort of change things up a bit with modelling. So don't know what I'm going to do yet or how I'm going to tackle that, but you know, it's a case of I'll think about it and see what happens. You know, my hair needs sorting out, so maybe I might do that. Maybe sort of give myself a new haircut or whatever. I don't know. So let's see how it goes. But wow, I'm going to end it here. So let's just hope that these last sort of like this last week or so of like, well, about 2 weeks or so of the 2016. Let's hope that we can just keep things positive, even if it's just in our own little communities, like whether it be with our friends, family, our little YouTube communities or whatever. Let's just try and stay happy and positive and just care about each other, you know, stop being old miseries and just bitching about other people and generally being horrible and selfish. It's just, we need more love in the world and more friendship and stuff like that. So I think let's just try and be more positive towards each other, you know, because I think at the moment we all need that. So yes, I'm going to shut up now before I start getting really soppy. So I'm going to end it here. And to quote Kim Justice, whoever you are and wherever you be, just, you know, just stay awesome, bros. Yes, I've managed to quote Kim Justice and PewDiePie in the same sodding sentence, you know, go me. No, I didn't want this to end too seriously, so I thought I'm going to be a bit daft, you know. And I'll see you later.